Hello, pardon me. Hello, and welcome to Verbling. For the next hour, we're going to continue from yesterday looking at vocabulary related to transportation, specifically today, public transportation. So we are going to be learning nouns, verbs, adjectives, and collocations that we use, phrases that we use when we talk about public transportation, buses, planes, subway, the tube, etc. We will be doing this through a mix of discussion. I'll be talking to the students about their experience with public transportation, as well as some exercise, a lot of fill-in-the-blank exercises today with words and phrases. Okay, welcome to the class, Heidi. How are you?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. How are you doing today?
Now baby is crawling around and grab anything, the bottle or some, and then she's breaking my house.
Great, terrific. Oh yeah, what fun. Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay. Not sure where your classmates are. I'm sure we'll have other people joining us.
Yeah, this class is fully booked, so after 3 minutes, many students will come in.
Okay. Well, here is Italo. I'm very anxious to see if your microphone is working. Italo, hello?
Hello, teacher.
Yes.
Hello, Hyde.
Very good. Excellent. It's good to hear your voice. Had a lot of problems with the class I had last night, so it's nice to hear that your microphone's working. All right, nice to have you in class, Italo. Welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, and I would also like to welcome Seth. Hello,
Hi.
Seth.
Hi, Akli.
Hi, how are you today?
Fine, excellent. Thanks.
Okay, terrific. Also, welcome Jair.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you today?
I am quite well, thanks. What about you?
I'm doing better, thanks.
Okay.
Doing okay, thank you. Also, I need to welcome Xingyu. Hello, Xingyu.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine. After
Great.
this class, I will give one lesson for to my student.
Okay. And then, will you go to the river to go swimming?
In the afternoon,
In the
I
afternoon.
will swim in the river.
Okay, terrific. I envy you. Sounds great. Saiban, welcome to the class. Hello, hello.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Good to have you aboard again, once again. And hello, Javier.
I have a question.
Yes. Okay.
What happened on your right face?
I was involved in a little accident, motorcycle, actually tricycle accident. I was a passenger, so I was passively involved. Yeah.
It's lucky you're alive.
Well, yeah, I'm a survivor. Okay, hello, Javier.
How are you doing, Oakley? Nice to see you.
Okay. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. All right, I guess we're ready to go now. There's room for a couple more students if you want to join us, but let's get started. I'm going to do a screen share here. We're going to talk about public transportation today. Well, this first statement I kind of disagree with. You catch a bus, true, that's a common phrase, but you get the train at a train station. Actually, you can catch a bus or you can get a bus. You can catch a train or you can get a train. Actually, either case is very much true. This second little information tidbit, a single ticket takes you one way only. Okay, a single ticket for British folks. For us Americans, we just say a one-way ticket. And a return or a return ticket takes you there and back, and Americans often refer to a return ticket as a round-trip ticket. So slight difference there in British and American terminology. Okay, for things like the subway or the tube, you can get passes, weekly, monthly, annual, whatever. Season tickets, sure, that's very common. This last one, very British. Sometimes you can buy a 10-journey ticket, and these are called carnets. Don't really have that in America, but apparently that's something that you may be able to do in the UK. All right, before we get started with the exercises, I need to welcome a couple more folks. Oops. Geverson, welcome to the class. Good to see you.
Thank you, teacher. Good to see you too.
Okay, thank you. And is it, I can't read your full name because the class is so crowded. Is it Miguel, who just entered? Mike? Mikola?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Who am I talking to? Hi, welcome to the class.
Sorry. Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Nice to see you. My name is Mike.
Mike. Okay, Mike. I'm sorry. When the class is really crowded, I can't actually. All I see is like the first three letters of your name. So, sorry about that. I didn't recognize you right away. Okay, let's get started. Let's do some exercises and learn some vocabulary here. All right, first, let's concentrate on some verbs that we commonly use to talk about public transportation. This first exercise, we're going to use these 6 words up here, simple verbs, miss, catch, leave, to fill in the blanks of a dialogue style fill-in-the-blank exercise. Heidi, can you start us off with number 1, please?
Can you tell me where I can, the number 8 bus, please? I can get or catch.
Get it or catch. Very
Number
good.
8 bus, please. Yes, that stops around the corner in front of the town hall.
Yeah, that's it. Very good. Again, with get or catch. Okay. Number 2, Italo. Italo, which platform does the train go from?
Number 2. Which platform does the train go from? Maybe
Okay, so go ahead. This is like a dialogue, 2 people talking. So the response down here. 18.
live or up or will.
Yeah.
Live.
We'll leave it. No, if you leave something, you walk away and leave it behind. So I'm sure they don't want to leave the train behind. So okay, if you
run.
No. If you no, I don't think they're going to run the train. If you run something, then you operate it. So the engineer, the conductor, would run the train. No, I think they're worried because it needs to hurry up. I think they're afraid that they're going to miss the train. If you miss the train, you don't get there on time. Okay. So, all right. If you miss whatever, a train, a bus, a plane, then you don't get there on time, and the train or bus or plane leaves without you. In fact, sometimes in English we have an idiom with bus. We missed the bus on that deal. It means that we weren't in time to, I don't know, buy some stocks or make a business deal. So we just ran out of time. We missed a bus on an opportunity. It's a common, more abstract expression in English. Okay, continuing. Seth, number 3, please.
Yes, yes. Okay. Come on, let's go. Our train leaving 5 minutes.
Okay, you got the right word, but the
Leave.
okay, our train is singular, so leaves.
Leaves. Our train
Right.
leaves in 5 minutes.
Okay, you may notice something here. Talking to Seth about this verb tense. This is actually an important point to make in English. I know we're in 5 minutes. Obviously, you're talking about the future, right? But especially scheduled events like public transportation, like bus schedules, train, plane schedules, it is common in English to use the present simple tense to talk about a scheduled event, and this is a very good example of how that would work.
Okay.
So instead of saying our train will leave in 5 minutes, which would be okay, by the way, it would be perfectly okay to use future tense, or our train is going to leave in 5 minutes. Again, that would be okay. Sometimes we use simple future tense to talk about a scheduled event in the near future, and very common for public transportation specifically. All right, so it's interesting. Yeah.
The 2 forms is correct. Going to.
Actually, yeah. Let me make it even clearer. All right. Welcome your question. Actually, here's a case where in English it would be okay to say our train will leave in 5 minutes. Future prediction. Simple future tense. Our train is going to leave in 5 minutes, which is also simple future. There's 2 forms. Same tense, future simple. But when we use going to, it means it's planned, which is very true here.
Yes.
Or to talk about future plans in the very near future, we can use also present continuous. Our train is leaving in 5 minutes. But it's very common to talk about specifically, really, it could be other things, but a lot of times it's used for public transportation, simple present tense. It would be very normal to say our train leaves in 5 minutes. I know, it's a little confusing. There's 2 forms of future, present continuous or present simple, can totally be correct here. I realize that's a little confusing, but the main thing I really have to, since our topic is public transportation, I really have to point out that use of present simple tense, because it is quite normal in spoken English. All right, but thanks for your question, Seth. Thanks for helping me out.
You're welcome.
All right. JR seems to have split. And Luis is here now. Hi, Luis. Welcome to the class. Can't hear you yet, but hello, hello. Okay. We're going to come around to you in a little bit, Luis. I hope you can figure out your microphone.
Luis is here.
Yeah, now I guess you are.
I hear you.
Hi. Now I can hear you. Okay, great. Thanks. We'll come around to you in a little bit. Let me first talk to Xingyu. Xingyu, number 4.
Number 4, sorry. I'll a bit late for the meeting. Wait a second, it's my turn. You should be patient.
Hang on, Luis. We'll come around to you in a little while. I'll call on you. Okay? Just wait. Okay, go ahead, Xingyu.
Number 4, sorry. I'll be a bit late for the meeting. My train's been
Sorry.
delayed half an hour.
Very good. Okay, good job with the verb tense, by the way, as well. My train has been delayed. Okay. Interesting structure. We have a passive, present, perfect tense, but you got it. Excellent. Okay. Good job. Saiban is gone. Javier. Number 5, please.
The buses are late again. I've been waiting for nearly 20 minutes now. What's the options?
Up here. Here we go. Sorry about that. The trains are blank late again.
Delayed?
Well, you could say the trains are delayed. That is true. But in this sentence, just the way the sentence is constructed, there's another word, which is very common to talk about in public transportation that is...
Okay, are running late again?
There you go. That's it. Present continuous tense. They're running late again. Okay, not only is this is a common phrase, common verb, usually always spoken in the present continuous for public transportation, but also for you. If you're, I'm running late, I'm going to get to the office 20 minutes late today, I'm sorry, I'm running late, I had to take my kid to the doctor's, whatever. Very common expression in English. You're running late if you're not on your normal schedule. This is really super common in spoken English. All right. Strangely, it's always said in the present continuous. Not always. It can be used in different verb tenses, but normally. Okay, Geverson, can you take a crack at number 6, please?
We regret to announce that the 1804 train to Bristol has been late. Has been delayed.
It's possible has been delayed. That's true. There's nothing wrong with that answer. There's another possible answer.
Okay, has been cancelled.
Yeah, has been canceled. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with delayed. That would be a little more normal, actually, to have a train delayed rather than canceled. It's very rare trains get canceled. But we already used delayed earlier, so. Okay, but anyway, good job. All right. The Underground, a.k.a., also known as, Mike, what's another synonym, another word for the underground?
I don't know.
Okay. The underground depends where you are. Different places around the world, they call it different things. It's the underground. In the UK, it's the tube. In New York City or most of America, it's the subway. If you're in Montreal or Paris, it's the metro. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
a streetcar.
Streetcar, no. Streetcar's above ground and it runs on rails on the street. So that's a little bit different. Streetcar or trolley, okay, that runs on the streets or between the streets. Street level, anyway.
Okay.
Right, a subway's usually under the ground. Or
Okay.
that's underground. Yeah. Okay.
Teacher,
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure, Jingo. What's that?
Uh, which country does metro refers to?
Does what refer to? Sorry?
Uh,
Mercer?
metro.
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 Well, Metro, I know for a fact because I grew up quite close to Montreal that Montreal has a metro.
Mexico too.
Mexico? Thanks.
Yes.
All right, thanks. Mexico too. See, I don't know. You guys, where else is there a metro? You guys know more than I know. Brazil! Well, there you go, Zingo. Zingo, there you go. Now you know.
Let me Google it.
I didn't know that either. Okay. Thanks, guys. Cool. All right. Okay, let's continue. We're going to fill in the blank with these words up above. Well, let me quickly give a shout out to Anna Christina. Hello. Hi, Anna.
Hello, Oakley. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's continue. Mike, why don't you go ahead and try this first sentence up to here.
Let me see.
Go ahead and read it.
It stops.
No. You guys can go ahead and read it because I want to listen to your pronunciation as well. But, okay. What we were just talking about, actually, which is why I gave you the question. The quickest way from the airport to our office is by, in this case, by tube. So in the UK, instead of metro, it's the tube. Americans all call it the subway, but okay, it's by tube. All right. There we go. Luis, can you read from Take the Piccadilly?
Take the Piccadilly line to Holborn, and then stop.
Yeah, you can continue. Go ahead, continue.
It stops to the center.
No. The first one was correct. Take the Piccadilly line. All right. Train, the stops along the train, where the train stops or where the bus stops, those are called a line. So a bus line or the line. This can be confusing. In America, okay, the line is not, okay, it's slightly different. They call it the line in British English for the train or the bus. In America, for a bus, they call it the bus route. Okay, but they do call it a subway line to talk about the A train, B train, C train, for example. In America, it's slightly different. It could be confusing. A bus line is the name of the bus company, like Greyhound Bus. So it's a little bit confusing here, UK and American English. Okay, wait a second. Luis, take the Piccadilly line to Holborn and then not stop. Do you have another guess?
Exit.
Nope.
No.
You want to change from one train to the other train. You have to get off one train and change to another train. That's the verb. This frequently happens. You may have to go from one line to another line or one train to another train. New York City subway, they say change tracks at Jamaica for all points west. They say change tracks, the announcers say. But it's always change. If you need to transfer from one train to another. Or buses, for that matter. Okay, Anna, can you take over from?
From there is an 3. Maybe stopped to bank and our office is immediately opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
The exit to the bus station.
There you go. Okay, 3 stops. Every time the subway stops, that's a stop. 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 stops. Pretty simple. Those are stops. To bank, notice bank with a capital B. This must be a street, not a bank like where you put your money. And or the station, the name of a street or the name of a station. Usually stations are named after streets. And our office is immediately opposite the exit to bank station. Okay, so where you get out of the subway, where you come up on the street. All right. Okay, and as we said, United States and Scotland. Oh, wow, I forgot about that. The underground is called the subway. And as we said, we found out a whole bunch of places use metro. Okay. Moving on. Talking about trains in regular, normal, everyday conversation. All right, more fill in the blank with useful words related to trains. Okay, starting from number 1, Heidi, back to you.
I see they've put train up again, and that second increase this year. I see they put train timetable. Train and reliable commuters. Put train now. Okay, fares.
Yes, fares.
Fares.
That's right. Right. So money that you pay for a ticket for transportation is normally called a fare. You pay the fare for whatever, a train fare, bus fare. We don't usually use fares for planes, but for example, a ferry fare. Yeah, okay, the charges. Okay, number 2, Italo.
Number 2, I had traveling during the rush hour. I had to stand all the way home again last night.
Very good. Yeah. Who doesn't hate traveling during the rush hour? I don't know anybody who does not hate that. Italo, do you ever have to commute during the rush hour?
Teacher?
Excuse me. Do you ever have to go from home to work or work to home during the rush hour?
No, I go to my home in other time.
Ah, you're lucky. Okay. When is the rush hour in your city? Huh.
To 5 p.m.
Yeah.
From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay. There you go. It's very common to ask somebody, when is the rush hour? Okay.
In Japan, the rush hour, the subway stations are very crowded. So to close the door of the train, there are many staffs to push the passengers.
Yeah, I find that amazing, actually. I was really shocked when I first found that out. They actually push gently, I assume. Yes, gently, I guess, push people into the cars or
Yeah,
the subway?
once I ride on from my back, then my front is outside. Then the staff said, "I can't push you. Please
Okay.
turn around."
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Now, okay, I have one more question about that. Heidi, do 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 male pushers have to push males and
Yes, it's
female?
all males. Yes.
It's all males.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. If they did this in America, they're so politically correct, they would have to have female pushers to push females and male pushers to push males. But I seriously doubt they would ever do that in America because it would end up with too many fights, actually.
So he said, "I can't push you."
That's funny. Okay. All right. Another thing I wanted to point out, it's very common in English to say when is the rush hour, but it's also very common in many cities, as I'm sure a lot of you know, to have a rush hour in the morning when people go to work at 8 or 9 in the morning, and a rush hour again in the evening, and usually around 5 o'clock, as Italo said, 5 to 7, 4 to 6, whatever. It's a little different in different cities, but those are common rush hours. Okay, I'm moving on. Seth, number 3, please.
Number 3, the service is even worse since the changed. Even worse. Change the timetable now. There are only two trains an hour instead of
Three.
Of 3.
Yeah.
There.
Yep, and that is correct. There's a period here. They changed the timetable. That's right. The timetable, another word for schedule. Okay. All right. There are only 2 trains an hour instead of 3. All right. That's how many are scheduled. Okay. Now we can refer to timetable if we have, I don't know, you're on a business trip and you have, okay, at 3 o'clock you have to be at a meeting, and at 5:30 you have to get in a taxi to get to a hotel where you're meeting a client for dinner at 6 o'clock. That's also, we can call that a timetable. Schedule, same thing. Okay, thank you. Moving on. Let's see, Xingyu, number 4.
Number 4. Up and down to London every day. I don't know how these commuters do it. It would drive me crazy.
Very good. Commuters. I was asking Italo earlier about his commute. So to commute is the verb. This means to travel from home to work or school, schools as well, and back again, school or home, back to work. That travel period, that regular travel that you do, is your commute, the noun. You commute every day. That's the verb, a commuter. The noun, the person who does such a thing. Xingyu, do you have to commute at all to your work? Do you have a commute?
From Monday to Friday, I have to be a commuter.
You do? How long is your commute?
It's about 15 minutes.
Very good. By the way, if an English speaker asks you how long your commute is, they do not mean 15 kilometers. They mean how long in time, always. Yeah, 15 minutes is not so bad, really.
I'll repeat this question.
What's that?
I am taking notes.
Okay, good.
How long do you commute?
Yeah. How long is your commute? Would be a normal, very normal question in English. And always the response will be a time. No, nobody's going to respond with, "Oh, I have to go about 15 kilometers." Nobody says that. Okay. It's crazy in the United States. Some people, there's a very, okay, the closer you get to metropolitan area, the more expensive it is to live. Houses, apartments, etc. So there are a lot of people who choose to live in the countryside and commute into the city to work. And you would not believe the commute that some people do. I mean, seriously, crazy, like 4 hours one way. So they're driving like 8 hours a day just to have the benefit of a cheaper place to live or live in the countryside. Really crazy.
Teacher.
Yes.
I tell you the truth.
Okay.
People living in the capital of China are very crazy.
Why?
Beijing is the capital of China, has the biggest population in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You have to bear the traffic jams on the bus.
Right. Yes. I realize that we're famous for traffic jams. Oh, okay. Moving on. Javier, number 5.
I've gone by car if I were you. The trains are so reliable these
Very
days.
good. Excellent. Unreliable. Okay. One major aspect of reliable, unreliable. Are you on time or not on time? And that goes for trains and that goes for people as well. Can you count on them to do what they say they're going to do? If the train's unreliable, then it doesn't come on the correct schedule. Javier, how are the trains where you live?
Well, in my country, we have a train in the metro area. We call it the tren urbano or urban train. It's about 2 hours from I live right now. I'm living right now.
Do the trains have a reputation as being reliable or unreliable?
In my country, it have a reputation that is reliable, but not everybody use it to commute.
Right.
The people in my country are accustomed to use their cars to commute.
I see. Okay. Yeah, in UK, I don't know if it's warranted or not, but they have a reputation. The stereotype is that the trains are very unreliable, but I don't even know if that's really true or not. Mostly in the US, trains are pretty much on time.
Yes.
All the time. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Geverson, number 6.
Number 6. Sorry, I'm late. I'm late again. There was another holdup just outside the station. A problem with signals or something. Is that correct?
That is correct. Very good job. First, pronunciation, signals. Tricky word here.
Okay.
This is tricky because without the ending ALS, a sign, the G is silent. Okay, there was a stop sign on the road. But signals, you definitely hear the G. Signals.
Signal.
A lot of people get confused with this word, this base word. Okay, and yes, a holdup. Now that's a noun. There is another holdup. So this can be a phrasal verb to hold something up. They're holding up production. They're stopping or delaying production. Same meaning as a noun. Of course, a hold up as a phrase, as a verb, or a noun also means something else. Geverson, do you know the other meaning of hold up? Like, let me say a bank hold up.
Maybe like blocking.
Well, how about
impeding.
a bank hold up, for example?
A bank hold up. I don't know.
Okay, it can be a robbery, armed robbery with a gun. Take the money. That's a hold up as well.
It's like the people getting the hands up.
Exactly.
Like that.
That's right. And that's a good way to remember it, actually. That's exactly correct. I think that's where it comes from, actually.
Very interested.
Yeah.
Very interested.
Okay, so two meanings there for hold up. Mike's gone. Oh, okay. Luis, number 7, please.
7. There was such a long queue at the ticket office that I nearly missed my train.
Okay, missed my train. T pronunciation with this ed behind the S. Missed my train. Yeah. And this is a tricky word. It looks really weird. I don't know where this word comes from, quite honestly. It's so strange. It's Q. It's pronounced just like the letter Q.
Q.
It's such a weird-looking word. Americans rarely use this word. It's very British. Americans just say line. I had to stand in line. There was a long line to buy tickets, whatever. It's a weird word. But anyway, there you go. It's pronounced Q. And it can be used as a verb, I should mention. We had to queue for an hour before we could buy the tickets. Okay. Anyway, good job.
There was such a long queue at the ticket office that I nearly missed my train.
There you go. That's much better. Anna C., can you try number 8, please? Ana Cristina, are you there?
Yes. I sometimes think the only people the train companies don't listen to are their passengers.
There you go.
The last one.
Yeah, they're customers, the passengers. Yeah. As I said, British have, I don't know, there's a stereotype, I don't know, I haven't been there, but there's a stereotype that they often complain about the trains. It's very normal. Anna Cristina, do people complain about public transportation in your country?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Do they? Really?
It's the worst transportation. The public transportation here is the worst.
Is it? Oh, yeah. That's very problematic. Okay, let's talk about station announcements for a minute here. I don't know about you. You know, we're all from different countries. I don't know about where you're from, but if you go to the United States and you hear a train, especially a train station announcement, wherever you're in Grand Central or whatever. It sounds something like this. Here's my imitation of an American train announcement. Good evening, passengers. The train track. You must change track. That's what the hell did you just say? Oh my God!
What are you talking about?
Yes, it sounds absolutely insane. You can never understand a word they're saying. You hear one word, and that's like your destination. You're going to Portsmouth, so you hear Portsmouth. Oh no!
It's a beautiful voice. Maybe a woman talking.
Maybe a woman would help a lot. You're right. It's always a man.
Mm.
There you go. Get you a job, Anna Christina. You can work in New York City as a train announcer. You have a wonderful voice. It would be a vast improvement. Anyway. Okay. Now it's time for you guys to do some station announcements. Okay. Heidi, okay, we're repeating a lot of words, so let's try to zip through this. Heidi, go ahead. Number 1.
We apologize for the late arrival of the 810 from Cambridge. This train will now arrive at platform 2 in approximately 15 minutes time.
Okay, very typical station announcement. You always hear announcements when you're at a train station. Italo, can you try number 2?
Number 2, the 445 to Portsmouth is standing approximately 20 minutes late. We apologize to passengers for the delay and any inconvenience this may cause.
This may cause. Okay. Now, the first one, the 445 to Portsmouth is running late. All right, again, something's running late. Often public transportation, but even a person, even an individual can be running late. This is very common, a common expression in English. Okay, the second one, we apologize for the delay. Could be we apologize for the change in schedule. Could be either way. Either word there makes perfect sense. So, okay, we apologize for the inconvenience. By the way, another extremely common and normal phrase in English. Okay, moving on. Let me quickly welcome Joa to the class. Hello, Joa. Late arrival. We'll come around to you in a bit. Okay. Hi, Joa. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. Okay, Seth, number 3.
Okay, number 3. The train now is standing at platform 4 in the 7:45 for London Victoria. Arrival at Gatwick Airport in East Croydon.
For London.
The first words in the paragraph, the train now is standing at platform 4.
Yeah, that's a little weird, a little more British. Okay, waiting, but yeah, that's right. The train now standing at platform 4 is a 7:45 for London Victoria.
Okay.
The
other.
Okay, arrival. Oh, there you go. Arrival.
Okay.
At
Gatwick Airport in East Croydon.
Oh, maybe it's calling. I'm sorry, calling at Gatwick Airport in East Croydon. Very British. Americans would never say that. We would say stopping at Gatwick Airport in East Croydon. Passengers for London Bridge.
Should change.
Yeah, there you
East
go.
Croydon.
All right. There you go. Should change at East Croydon. Very good. Right, that's it. Okay, that was a tough one there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about some flying expressions. We're gonna go from the trains to the planes now. First, I want to look at some common expressions, some collocations actually, and we'll talk about them a little bit. Match the words on the left, the words on the right is the idea. Zingio. Number one, departure. What does that match with?
Departure. Departure.
This could be a little challenging.
Departure. Departure desk. Departure card.
No. No, not departure card. Okay, it's a little tough. You may have to do a process of elimination here, but
Departure lounge.
Departure lounge. Yes, departure lounge. Okay. Have you ever taken an airplane flight, Zinyo? You have to wait for a while before you can get on the plane.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah. So you have to wait around. Right. So you have to sit around and wait. I mean, pretty much every time you get on a flight, you don't just get on. You have to. They put you through security, and then you have to sit around and wait in the departure lounge for a while before you can actually board. Speaking of board, that's B-O-A-R-D. Next one, Javier.
I think it's a boarding card.
Yes, very good. Now, it took me a while to figure this out because in American always call it a boarding pass.
Yes.
But same thing. Okay, so the Brits call it a boarding card. Americans always refer to it as a boarding pass. You have to have basically a boarding pass to get on the plane. Okay. Very good. Moving on. Geverson, hand what?
Hand luggage.
Very good. Also known as your carry-on or carry-on luggage.
Carry-on luggage.
Yeah. Okay.
The verb baggage is correct, teacher?
Sorry?
The baggage is the same?
Yes. Yes, it is. Luggage, baggage, suitcase, they all refer to the same thing. One thing you should know, luggage and baggage are both uncountable. You can't have 3 luggages or 3 baggages, but you can have 3 suitcases. Or you can have 3 bags. A little tricky and strange, but yeah, luggage, baggage, same thing, basically. All right, and you have you usually when you travel by plane, it's very common to have check-in luggage or check-in baggage. The ones they put underneath, inside the plane, you don't carry with you, and then you have your carry-on luggage, or you have here hand luggage. Very normal. Okay, Luis.
Passport.
Luis, passport. Yeah, well. Yeah, there may be a desk. Passport, I think, does go with desk, but passport control is better because of the next one, because then we have check-in desk. This is the first place you go in an airport. You have to go to the check-in desk. Then where do you go, Luis? After you check in. After that.
Check-in desk.
Yeah. you have to get your check-in desk. They give you your boarding card or boarding pass. Then you usually have to go through security. Then you have to go wait in the departure lounge. Yeah, and you check in some of your luggage or baggage at the check-in desk. Right? Okay. Okay. Moving on. Anna, Christina, same thing here. Baggage.
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 Baggage. Yes.
Okay, baggage what?
Baggage is the same that luggage.
Baggage is the same as luggage. That's right. So where do you go to get your luggage after you get off the plane? Do you know?
What?
Where you have to go to get your baggage when you get off the plane.
In the airport, maybe. In the airport?
Yeah, that's right. In the airport. Your flight is done. You get off the plane. You go through customs, and now you have to go get your baggage before you can leave the airport. So you have to go to the baggage reclaim, or often it's baggage claim area, but either way, claim. Okay, you have to, they give you a little ticket, and your baggage comes around on the conveyor belt, and you grab your suitcase or whatever from the baggage. That area is a baggage reclaim. Okay. Anyway, Joa, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. What word co-locates with transit?
Not my turn.
Oh, yeah, coming to you. Well, Joa has not had a turn yet. You're next, actually. Joa?
So I am first?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe 20 cars?
No.
No. 20 hall? I don't know.
Very good. That's very good. Transit hall.
Yeah.
This is just a big area where arrivals and departures. Sort of general area in an airport.
Okay.
Heidi, this is a tough one. Landing what? Heidi?
Landing card.
Very good. Okay, what is a landing card?
To enter the country.
That's correct. Usually the cabin crew, the flight crew, will give you a landing card while you're on the plane, and you fill it out about things that you purchased in the country you came from. Okay, it's for customs, basically. That's right. Right. Italo, information
desk.
Yes, and this is common not just in airports, but all over information desks to get usually tourists, to get any kind of information, whatever, hotels, taxis, emergency services, what have you. Okay, and we're almost out of time. Seth, last one, excess.
Excess baggage.
Yes, all right. Of course, if you have excess baggage at the airport, you should always check what the baggage restrictions are, because they're going to make you pay.
Yes.
And some people will even have to miss their flight because of their excess baggage. That has definitely happened before. You really need to check that out before you travel by plane. Okay, we are about out of time, so thank you, everyone.
Teacher, the last question.
Sure, what's up?
What's the answer? Number 4. Passport.
Number 4, passport control.
Thank you.
Yeah, passport control, the area where you go through customs, sometimes called passport control, but really customs is more common, quite honestly. Okay, anyway, thank you everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
See you
See
next
you.
time.
You're welcome.
Thank you, teacher.